Ndindoda kuti nyika isiwe vanhu vangu inguva yedu hatingatadzi kubudirira Mwari ari parutivi pedu rambai muchirwa 'Cause my hitters gon' die, don't die, the real hitters gon' shine and my people gon' rise 'Cause we're born to it, yeah. I ain't saying, but I'm saying
Loyalty's my favorite characteristic of God, but finding it in it is hard. It's like trying to find God. You're the only one in your camp with cheese. You pay for everything they eat. Man, that insecurity is deep. Now I ain't said no names. These are just theories. If you hear me, baby, it's home. You must admit it's kind of eerie, baby. Like them chemtrails in the sky. Ain't the selling the slaves, kind of like the combines. We say everything in moderation, but don't do it in moderation. The lies of a gluttonous generation. 10-year-old girl in.
Grand Rising and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I am your host, Trae Holiday, and we definitely have a great show lined up for you guys today. I want to thank all of you because every weekend I feel like I experience people coming up to me talking about how much they appreciate this show. So thank you so much. I get to dive in with Vivian Frieson from Seeds and Steedz, and it looks like we're getting an addition to the set, you guys. I'm so excited. And also Salman Albuqayshi, he is here in the building. He's not on the other side of the screen today. He's going to be in front, live and center. I can't wait to talk to him about his entire experience here as a great addition to our Converge Media family. But of course, it's also Menu Monday. We might get with Dev Chef at the end of the show, y'all. He's got some treats on the way, so hopefully he'll make it before the show is over. I want to make sure we keep these Menu Mondays going for y'all. And of course, it's a great time for you guys because it's the top of the show. Go ahead and tag and share the stream. Please tag and share the stream with folks you feel could benefit from a daily dose of dopeness right here on the Day with Trae. Also, always reminding you all, if you cannot watch the Day with Trae, you can listen to the Day with Trae anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Google, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, the works. We're on almost over 200 platforms. So please look for us. And thank you to all the listeners who keep us going there on those podcast platforms. So glad that you guys are tuning in that way as well. And before I dive in with Vivian, unfortunately, there was some news this past weekend. Pastor Anderson was out canvassing. He's going for a seat in Federal Way, which is my town. That's where I get to vote. But he was out canvassing and got shot twice by a BB gun. Now, there's plenty of press on this, but we wanted to give this some time here on the Day with Trae because once again, here we are. We have amazing folks like him who are doing great things in the community. And for some odd reason, somebody saw the need to, really abuse him like this. I'm glad that he's okay. He is fine. But you guys will see there, Curtis is putting the link in the comments. King 5 ran a story on this, and he literally said if that was a real gun, he feels as though he may have lost his life or lost the ability to walk and be mobile. So now there is this notion that we got to be, super careful while black and canvassing. And, it is important that door knocking happens and that canvassing happens because oftentimes a lot of you may not know who's going up for some of these elections, but door knocking has proven to be one of the greatest ways to share your platform if you are a candidate for an elected seat. And, here he was putting those flags in people's yards, going through unincorporated area of Auburn, and this happened to him. So we're just sending you our love, Pastor Anderson. Glad to see you out there this weekend at the reunion on Union and glad to know that you're doing well. But it is on us to make sure that we are educated and informed voters, you guys. And right now, you guys are probably already gotten your ballots for, this primary election to see who's going to go into the general election. This is going to be important right now because these are people that represent you. And it is so imperative that you know who's representing you, that you find a way to hear what their platforms are. What are they standing on? What are they going to be going after if they do become elected officials. You need to know who's representing you, and it is time for us to be engaged and, as I said, informed. So if you don't know of any of the names that are in your ballot, hey, reach out to their campaigns, figure out where they're at. What are they standing on? What do they stand for? Do they are in alignment with what you need? Make sure that you guys are being informed. Well, I get to start the show. What a great addition here. And I'm so excited that Vivian was able to come on today. Welcome, Vivian, to the Day with Trae. How are you?
Thank you, Trae. I'm so happy to be here. I'm doing good. I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
I am well as well. And you know what? You were out there killing it. I saw you at Pier 62, and you had an amazing booth because your booth breeds life. Tell us about what got you started as an owner of Seeds Steedz.
Well, to be honest, I just have always loved plants. And I used to garden a lot outdoors. Moved into Seattle, apartment living. You don't really have the gardens, right? So I still wanted some life, some greenery, all of those kinds of things. And, a bunch of my friends kind of just kept like, hey, can you help me with this plant? Hey, can you help me with this plant? To, hey, I'll give you a cutting of my plant and I'll show you how to go from there and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of it just kind of became like, okay, maybe you should just start selling plants, and that is something that Seeds Steedz does. We do pop-ups. As you said, we were at Pier 62. We also do plant stagings. We also do corporate plant care services as well.
Wow. I mean, I love when you say plant staging because I was at an amazing wedding recently and I got to see a plant staging, right? Where there was these amazing centerpieces at all of the tables that were planned. Shout out to you, Amanda and Tarek. You guys are now husband and wife. One of my good friends right there. And you know what? They got engaged on another one of my shows here, Black Love When We Met. So just a huge shout out to them. But the staging of plants, I had no idea that was a thing, honestly, Vivian. And I was so blown away. They really do bring life into any event you're doing too, right?
They really do. It just kind of changes the feeling, the energy on stage, right? Like there's a life to these plants and you can kind of feel that, the good energy that comes and vibrates through them. So I've done some events at Pier 62 where I'm staging the bar with Communion and That Brown Girl Cooks, or I'm staging the DJ booth with Moni and Stas. I've also done live performances at Clock Out Lounge where we'll go and we'll deck out the stage with all kinds of different stuff. So it's just really interesting when you take a bare bones stage and you get to add so much greenery, so much life, and to have the plants hanging there, it's almost surreal, like you're partying in a jungle almost.
Yeah. No, and I gotta say, the way that you decorate your booth, really, I mean, you had a line at several points in time, a line of people just being like, man, I need to figure out if there's something here that I can get as an addition to my home, my office, whatever. But so many people get involved with it because not only are you out there selling plants, you're super knowledgeable. So I'm so grateful because we got into a great conversation about, man, I really wanted to do something here. We wanted it to be a representation of a Black-owned business. And we here at Converge, you're a friend of Converge. We featured you before when you were out there doing another pop-up. And honestly, it's just I'm already excited. Tell us about what you have brought that is now going to be an addition right here to the Day with Trae.
Yeah, so I brought with me a ZZ plant. And one of the things about the studio is that there's not a lot of natural light. So I wanted to bring a plant that is not only beautiful and full, but also has some significance to it as well. So the ZZ plant, I'm not going to try and pronounce the scientific name, going to slaughter it. But the ZZ plant is actually an African plant. And I thought that was really important as well. But a ZZ plant is a plant that can live from high light to low light. So this I thought would be a good one. It can get nice, big, and bushy. It's also a really easy plant. It's one of the ones that people joke about and say it thrives on neglect. It actually thrives on love, but you can leave for a week or two and it's not going to come back completely wilted and dead. So I'm really excited. We're going to put this right here. So it's going to be right next to you all the time. There's your big, beautiful baby.
Oh my gosh.
And just like that. Look at that. Look at the difference it made.
Look, already breathing life, the Azizi plant. And you know what? thank you so much. This is what I'm talking about. You're not just someone who's out here selling plants. You are knowledgeable in a way where you already know. I'm already feeling the love because you're talking about an African plant. And I'm just like, yes, let's keep it alive and well. It'll get lots of love right here on The Day with Trae. A ton of love because, you know, our guests always come here like yourself. And my goal is to always utilize this platform as a way to inspire others to see themselves as a part of the solution. So thank you for stepping up to the plate. I don't know what you did before Seeds Steedz, but you are really living in your purpose. And I just am so glad that now Seeds Steedz is a part of the set.
That's right. We're here, baby. We're here.
Yeah, we'll always be able to uplift you and what you have going on. But before I let you go, you got to look right there into the camera and make sure folks know how to find you.
Yeah, so my name is Vivian Frieson, and you can find me on Instagram at Seeds and Steedz. That's STEEZE. And I get asked this a lot, so I'm just going to say Steedz is like a mixture of style and ease. So, you know, a lot of people have plants, but that's where the plant staging and stuff comes in. We want to make it cool, and everybody has their own type of Steedz. But when you bring Seeds and Steedz home with you, you get a little bit of mine.
Oh, Vivian, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Please, you know, know that this is a home for you too. So as you get new additions, as seasons change, maybe there's some specific things that we can be educating the audience on. Because I don't have a green thumb. I don't, but I need to learn. I need to learn because I definitely appreciate the biophilic nature that plants bring.
Yes, yes. And I always say everybody has a green thumb. But we live in a fast fashion, kind of fast consumerist industry, and people just want to sell, sell, sell. That's why I take so much time with people at my pop-ups, because I believe everyone has a green thumb. But if you put a plant that needs highlight in a low light setting, it's going to die. And then what's that going to do? It's going to make you feel bad, like you can't take care of plants. So I like to spend a lot of time educating people. You have a green thumb. You just got to unlock it. That's all.
There we go. Well, I will work with you to unlock my green
Absolutely.
thumb.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks again for being here and for bringing us a great edition. We're going to have to name this. I'm going to figure it out because, you know, already I'm just loving it. The leaves are so plush. Thank you so much, Vivian.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Oh, amazing. I told y'all we were getting a treat, and there it is right there. I'm so excited, but also the next guest is going to bring more excitement because Salman has been doing some phenomenal work here at Converge. And I am so honored to know this brother and to be able to have him sit right here on the couch, a set that he helped to build. You guys stay tuned after this short break. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Hey guys, Basic Garden here. Check this out. This Tuesday is the next Real Seattle Media Mixer, and I am so excited to say, although we know that we have a mixer every single event, we also have a panel. And this month's panel, it'll feature on advertising and sponsorships and reaching out to the people to give you that bag, because let's be frank, it's not always that easy if you don't have the proper tools. So in order to make sure that we have this conversation, we are teaming up with the Vita agency, who Converge Media works with for our advertising. So who better to tell you guys how to get that money, how to get to the bag, than exactly who helps us get to the money and the bag, okay? So look, the event is free, happens Tuesday, July 19th, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. over at Gold Bar, Seattle. All I ask is that you RSVP with this link right here to make sure your girl has the proper head count. That way we have enough staff in place, all right? So look, I will see you guys on Tuesday at 8 p.m. and make sure you have your questions ready to find out how you can get future brand deals, sponsorships, and of course, get to that bag.
The truth with proof, the truth with proof. If you nice with the sports, then he swooping through. He gon' highlight you. Ain't nobody live like us, fly like us. We gon' find you, put the city behind you. Let us know you got skills, we gon' be at a game. In the Northwest, we reppin' the city where it rains.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and I'm so excited because Salman Albuqayshi is in the building on the couch. What's up, Salman?
What's up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm well. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me here.
Hey,
it feels weird like sitting here. I'm just used to sitting in the back, but yeah.
Well, you've come a long way, and you actually are sharing a little bit of a clip of some of your first moments, I think, right? In the U.S. Yeah. Just set it up for us.
So this is pretty much my first presentation. It was like end of 2013, pretty much when I first moved here. And I moved here pretty much fresh out of the boat, no English, and you could just see it right there.
There it is.
Oh, okay, great. How many rooms do you have?
I have 5 rooms.
Oh, it's good. Small or big?
So. 10.
What's it?
يعني وسط.
Same haven't
Haven't
had.
had.
Do you have a car?
Oh, no, I don't have.
Sorry, sir.
No.
طيب do you have a TV؟ ما في سؤال.
Do you have a yard? A yard?
Yes, I have.
Nice or?
Nice.
Okay. Thank you, William. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Second week with was like you're the director right now, so like dealing with live, like it's a pressure, so
Yeah.
I just pretty much learned how to deal with pressure. That's the biggest thing I learned in networking with people too.
Well, I really appreciated it because, you also shared that you felt like a part of the family immediately, and you were using a phrase that I want you to share here
So,
because I think it's so special.
I feel like here at Converge, I've always felt celebrated and never tolerated. The day I walked in here, nobody ever gave me and I feel like a lot of people here in Seattle are like passive aggressive. They'll tell you like, oh, they care about you, but they don't. Here, I really feel it, and that's what made me stay here, and I wish I could, stay here, but, due to like the immigration circumstances and all that, I mean, I either got to find a school or go back home, and these next 2 months, but if I could stay, I would love to stay here. Converge is my family, straight up.
Yeah, and we would love for you to stay because I'll say this. I mean, one of the most impeccable things I've seen you do, besides being a live director, because it was like you just picked that up, no problem. You had a training for a little bit, a day or something, and then the next day you were just on it. And you started really doing it in a way that brought your own eye and aesthetic to it as well. Because some of this can kind of get like, hey, it's robotic a little bit. We got the camera set up. We know what we need. Yeah, but you were also like, oh, wait, what if we do this? Or what if we angle it like that? And so you really brought yourself to it. But I was most blown away when I saw your drone footage when we were at the Washington History Museum. You stepped it up. Tell us a bit about how you learned how to fly the drone so well and capture footage like that.
Let me actually bring it back to how I started, just photography and filmmaking in general. Back home when I was 14, I watched my uncle. He had a professional camera. I always took pictures, and I was kind of amazed by it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my own camera. I got my first camera at the age of 15. And I started doing photography all the way until before I moved here, until 17 years old. And then I took a break for 2 years, but I still kept watching videos over what kind of camera is this? What's the newest camera? And then drone came in, I think 2019, 2018, that's when they first, started to pop. And I bought my first regular drone, which is not the same one that you saw at the museum. And I was like, okay, I'm getting kind of everybody's doing the same thing. You just fly it. So I looked into it more. There's a drone that is called FPV, first person view, and you got to wear goggles. And then you got to do at least. So before I flew it, I did 30 hours in the simulator. You know what I'm saying? So it's practice. and at the same time, it's fun, you know.
Well, I'll say this, the first person view is phenomenal
Thank you.
because you flew all throughout the museum, on top of the museum, getting the street level. It was just, I know we put that video out there and people just ate it up, man, because it's
Hell yeah.
really, really well done. And there's something so
Appreciate you.
spectacular about you being able to bring your talent here and finding ways to make it fit in. I mean, not only have you been a live director for our shows here in studio, but you've been out in the field. Tell us about some of your exciting out there capturing footage out in these locations, some of your most exciting points.
I mean, there's so many. Like at Converge, you can't just say one, because there's so many. And I want to give a shout out to Omari, like Omari, but everybody here at Converge, like whether it's like T-Mobile, whether it's the museum, whether any opportunity, he'll just put people on, so I appreciate that. And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that we know here is, Omari's always saying how we do anything is how we do everything, right? Yep. And it's so true because, this being a platform for, folks like yourself, to come in, find their way. I mean, there's a lot of amazing projects that allow you to build a solid portfolio too, that now you get to carry forward with you, whether you go to another school or you go back home to Saudi Arabia. You now have like a huge portfolio of work that you've done because of your work here at Converge. And Salman, publicly, I said it privately, but I love you so much. And I thank you so much. And I'm not going to get emotional, but you're going to be so missed here. And I'm glad that we'll be able to spend some time before you're officially gone from Seattle. No matter what, this will always be a home for you. I know you know that, but you guys don't understand how dope Salman is and how gracious you are too, because you also come with this real level of love and care. And we've talked a little bit about this privately, about how Western society gets a lot of things wrong about Saudi Arabia. Put those things to rest right now.
I mean, like a lot of people, like, I mean, the media kind of betrays it like that. People, when they see a Middle Eastern, either Saudi, anybody, be like, okay, tourist, like you're a terrorist. I'm like, bro, it's just the media, man. And I feel like Saudi is, I mean, I grew up in Saudi, right? And we have this like we culture, right? Like when I get food, I got to get food for the people around me. And I feel like when I first moved here, it was just like I had the clash, because when I'll be bringing food to people, I'm like, bro, why are you bringing food to me? Like, are you trying to flex or you want some from me? And I'm like, bro, no, that's, and like, it goes back to what we were talking about. It's like, it's good to have like me culture a bit, but like, I think to thrive is the we culture is what gonna get you. And I feel like a lot of people here in the US use that we culture. Like, at Converge, everybody's like use that we culture,
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love that, the we culture versus the me culture. And as I was sharing with you too, that's a lot of ancient civilizations use the we culture. We understood the importance of community and of connectivity, and it's something I experience in the Black community here too, that everybody may not get along all the time, but there's this thriving force that
we like. I care about you, even though I don't like you maybe, but I still care about you and I wish you the best.
Like it's my duty to make sure you're good too, right? Because you being good means that I'm also going to be good. Yep. Well, Salman, I know you're doing a litany of shows this week. Yep. We got you all throughout Converge Media, but I just got to tell you, bro, love you and thank you so much. I love you too, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate Omari, Curtis, everybody here at Converge. They, you guys made me feel like I'm one of you guys, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And you are one of us and always will be. Thank you. Amazing. You guys, I love Salman so much, and I'm glad that we got to use a bit of our time today to make sure that we uplifted Salman. We had a great party right here in the studio on Friday. But, Salman has really been tried and true. And, his work will continue to live on here because he's been involved in so many different projects that, we'll always have Salman with us. Well, up next, you guys, as promised, Def Chef is in the building. So we're going to do a Menu Monday segment for you guys right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
What up, y'all? It's T-Dub. I'm here at Converge Media to let you know about my new venture, The Resole. We are introducing Seattle's first dry cleaner for sneakers, and we want you to be a part of it. Head over to www.theresole206.com this Juneteenth weekend for our official website launch.
Hey there, it's Trae Holiday. And of course, Besa and I had to take a trip back to Market Street Shoes to grab some items. They always know what to show us. And let me tell you, we both spent quality time to be sure we collected some amazing additions to our wardrobes. They have some of the most unique bags, shoes, and accessories. I mean, the whole shebang. It's always a good time when I get to shop with my girl Besa. Make sure you go check out Market Street Shoes, y'all, and you too can walk out with some dope gear.
The truth with proof, the truth with proof. If you nice with the sports, then he swooping through. He gon' highlight you. Ain't nobody live like us, fly like us. We gon' find you, put the city behind you. Let us know you got skills, we gon' be at a game. In the Northwest, we reppin' the city where it rains.
In the depths of Belize, the travelers come across the waters, harvesting with their hands, learning of resilience rooted deep in the lands. Culture thriving like a fire ablaze, sizzling with a pop and a chop, sharing its ways. Knowledge simmers and grinds into the hearts and minds, cutting away from the surface stories and colonial lies, boiling it down, breaking its shell as the truth pours out and gets plated collectively with love, spooned into bowls, feeding the soul. Garifuna, alive and strong at PALMENTO Grove.
The truth with proof, the truth with proof. If you nice with the sports, then he swooping through. He gon' highlight you. Ain't nobody live like us, fly like us. We gon' find you, put the city behind you. Let us know you got skills, we gon' be at a game. In the Northwest, we reppin' the city where it rains.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Day with Trae. And of course, it is also Menu Monday with my guy, Def Chef. What up?
Hey, good
What's
to
on the
have you.
menu today, Def?
Man, today we're going to do summer tortilla salad.
Ooh,
It's something
okay.
I put together when it gets a little warmer. The days get a little longer, much easier to put together than the stuff we traditionally do at home.
Okay, well, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, you got a lot of fresh ingredients right here that's already smelling
Summer.
amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and put this salad together. I'll let you take it.
Okay, well, here's what we're going to do, because I'm going to put this mic down.
Okay,
so we can
and I'll
really
hold
do
this
it
mic
quick.
for you.
First thing we're going to do, we need a nice big bowl. As you can see, we got some tortilla chips. We got some cheese. We'll put that to work. First thing we're going to do, as you can see, we cut everything up, but we also have whole versions. Here's romaine, on the vine tomatoes, lemon pepper chicken, right? You let it rest in foil, and then we chop some up so we could just go. So pretty much whatever you see or whatever you want, you put it in there. You get yourself some romaine. You get yourself a little bit of corn, green onion, tomato. You might want quite a bit. Cilantro. Cilantro is always going to give it a good flavor, right? Now, you have a bunch of sauces right here. Sorry about that. You could get what you want. Here's a traditional style that I pretty much do. Some guacamole sauce. You don't gotta kill it, because if you kill it, you're not gonna want to eat it. A little bit of bean dip is gonna spread easier and more even than beans, but you could use beans as well. Some people just want whole beans. You can't go wrong with that. Get yourself a nice dressing. The one we have today is a Chipotle ranch. That's gonna add a little bit of kick. Like I said, don't go crazy. Just put a little bit. You give it an easy toss. Then we come here. We got some cheese. I suggest you use good cheese. You could use what you want, but quality matters. We have some Kerrygold savory cheddar. We use savory cheddar so that the cheddar could really stand out. right? You don't want any cheddar you can't taste, right, Trae Holiday?
No, that's not preferred.
Okay. We sprinkle a generous amount. It's cheese, so believe me, it's gonna spread.
Juanita's, some of the best
star
tortillas
of the show. Juanita's chips. You know what I'm saying? If you're from here, then you know what these are. And if you're not, you need to learn. These are special chips.
I do think they're the best ones, Dad.
Definitely. We get a good handful of chips, and guess what we do, Trae? We crush them up. Drop them in there just like that. Drop it like it's hot. We go right here. Another toss. Right? This is a vegetarian version. Version.
And then what? You got lemon and lime here,
Yep.
too, right?
That's for finishing. So we come here. We just toss them in the bowl. You know, you might want it hearty. You might not want that much. However you want to do it, right? Top it with a little more cilantro. We love that. We love cilantro.
So fresh.
You could get a lemon or you could get a lime. Either way, we got the citrus for you to give you the bite you're looking for.
Yeah, and some people say citrus also helps, like in terms of if they don't like salt, they use citrus too, right?
Definitely, yeah. It definitely adds that. The whole umami thing. We got some crispy. We got some salty. I mean, it's a good look. Let's go and have you try that out. Let's see what we've done today.
Let's see how it is, y'all, because Def put it together. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure you're asking, where's the chicken? I got something for that. So what I would do at this point, I would just add a little bit of chicken, right? See, that way you don't have to make multiples. You could use one bowl, right? And let's say you want a little bit more spicy. Guess what we would do? We got some good hot sauce here. Give it a couple shots.
Got you. And I think also too, this chipotle dressing adds a kick too.
It definitely does. Give it a little stir. Who's gonna take this one?
Uh-oh, now we got ones for the crew, y'all.
Who got this one?
There it is. There it is. Look. Everybody. Everybody's asking for it.
I thought I was gonna be able to share with the community, but this is all converges now.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. Sorry about that. Here we go. Who's this?
Yes, the nice chicken one. Go ahead. It looks like Vaughn's coming on.
We're gonna go some lemon on top.
There it is.
Give it that fresh citrus. There we go.
Well, there you are, Vaughn. Look. Well, Def always. Look. Everybody's like, no, don't worry. There's plenty. He brought plenty.
Yep.
But Def, we appreciate you. Now, these are a lot of ingredients that folks can kind of find in their kitchen already.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about putting together the right combination. And as always, you're doing that. Of course, you get to look right there in that camera. Let folks know how they can tap in with Def Chef.
You could hit me directly. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. My email is defchef. No, not defchef. The whitebox74 at Gmail.
THA, right?
Yeah, the white box, THA. Everybody has my number, 253-486-0825. If you need something, contact me or contact somebody who can get in contact with me, and we'll take care of you.
Oh, we appreciate you so much, Deb. Thank you for feeding us on this Monday. Yes, always. You guys, of course, it was a great show here for you. Menu Monday. It looks like the staff is ready to eat. So we're going to cut it right here. And tomorrow I get to dive in with Allison Fine. She's going to be telling us about an amazing comedy show that's coming your way. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And until tomorrow at 11 a.m., peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.